There is no one like you. There has never been anyone like you. And there will never be anyone like you again. Let that sink in, not as a compliment, but as a war cry, as a warning, as a mandate from the universe carved into your existence. You are not a statistical anomaly. You're a one of one, a rare blueprint forged in silence, tested in fire, and destined to disrupt everything you touch, if you have the courage to own it. You weren't born to conform. You weren't created to copy. You weren't put on this earth to repeat someone else's script, chase their validation, or perform for applause that fades as fast as it comes. You were built to cut through the noise, to rise above the masses, and to carve your own name into stone. By being something this world isn't ready for, the real you. Authenticity isn't cute. It isn't trendy. It isn't digestible. It's violent. It's dangerous. It's disruptive. It's the sharp edge that slices through the veil of illusion society desperately wants you to wear. The minute you decide to be fully, relentlessly, brutally yourself, you declare war on mediocrity, on pretense, on every lie that ever tried to smother your soul. Knowing yourself is not a soft journey. It's a brutal excavation. It's digging through the wreckage of who they told you to be, to uncover the force of who you are. It's unlearning everything that was forced on you. It's confronting your shadows, your demons, your contradictions, and choosing to stand anyway. Knowing yourself means breaking your own ego to pieces, burning the fake identities, and confronting the truth in your rawest form. Most people will never get there. They don't have the spine. They choose comfort over clarity, acceptance over truth, and imitation over evolution. They water themselves down for likes, for approval, for a seat at someone else's table. And then they wonder why they feel hollow, empty, erased. But not you. You were made for more than filtered illusions and manufactured success. You were made for truth, and truth is violent. Truth destroys everything built on lies. Truth doesn't ask for permission. It crashes through the walls of convention and announces itself without apology. You want to be free? Then you must be honest. Ruthlessly honest. Not just with the world, but with yourself. Strip it all away. The masks, the personas, the layers of social survival. What's left? That's your power. That's the version of you the world has never seen. That's the version of you that shakes rooms when you walk in. Not because you're loud, but because you're real. In a world of actors, authenticity is a revolution, and revolutions are never quiet. They're uncomfortable. They're messy. They're hated before they're respected. So be ready, because when you start showing up as your true self, you'll lose people. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be criticized, mocked, labeled. But let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Because the people who get it, the ones who feel it in their bones, they'll rise to meet you. And the rest? Let them drown in their illusions. The world doesn't need another imitation. It needs a fire starter, a disruptor, someone who stops pretending and starts living. That's what authenticity demands. It demands you to step into your life like a storm. Unapologetic, unfiltered, undeniable. This path isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who'd rather be hated for who they are than loved for a lie. It's for those who refuse to shrink to make others feel tall. It's for those who'd rather die standing than live crawling. Because when you live in full alignment with who you truly are, you don't chase the world. The world begins to orbit around you. Be warned. Your authenticity will threaten the fragile. It will unsettle the comfortable. It will expose the fake. And that's exactly what it's supposed to do. That's the cost of showing up real. But it's also the gateway to power, legacy, and freedom. You don't need to scream your worth. Just walk in it, speak from it, live in it. Because real ones feel it before you say a word. Your energy, your presence, your stillness. It becomes a broadcast. The right people will tune in. The wrong ones will tune out. Either way, the noise clears and you finally get to breathe. There's a reason authentic people are rare. They're forged through pain, not praise. They're built in solitude, not spotlight. They walk through the fire alone, not because they want to, but because the fire burns away everything that isn't real, and only the real survives. So know yourself, not by staring in the mirror, but by studying your soul. Dig deep, ask the hard questions. What do you stand for? What breaks your spirit? What lights it on fire? Who are you when no one is watching and nothing is expected? That's the you the world needs. Be yourself, not the safe version, not the palatable edit, not the polite mask. Be the full, flawed, powerful version that's been buried under years of compromise. Because that version doesn't beg. That version doesn't shrink. That version dominates. And let's be clear, being yourself isn't about being static. It's about being true. It's not a license to be lazy or reckless. It's a commitment to become everything you were meant to be, without compromise, without distortion, without fear. Authenticity isn't weakness. It's strength sharpened to a blade. It's not about being liked. It's about being real, and in that realness, becoming undeniable. Because when you walk in authenticity, people may not always agree with you, but they will respect you. And even your enemies will think twice before they lie to your face. You don't need everyone to like you. You don't even need most people to understand you. You just need to be so anchored in who you are that no trend, no opinion, no storm can move you. That's the level where kings operate. That's the mindset where legacies are born. Be the exception. Be the storm. Be the one who shows others what it means to truly live. The world has seen enough cowards in masks, enough sheep in borrowed skins, enough people playing characters while their real selves die inside. There is no one like you. There never was. There never will be. That is not a slogan. It's a responsibility. You've been given something the world has never seen. You. If you don't express it, it dies with you. And the world loses something it will never get back. So wake up, rise up, burn every fake version of you, and step forward, bold, raw, and dangerous. Be the savage the world never saw coming. Because authenticity isn't about being accepted. It's about being undeniable. And there's nothing more powerful than that.